I know Eddie V's is a... Here, tell him to finish that.
I like Eddie V's.
I know it's a chain.
It's a good restaurant,
I know
man.
it's a chain. I think it's fucking pretty
It's
rad,
pretty good.
dude. I really like Eddie V's. Like, and if you go, they have that small bar. If you can get a spot at that bar, you don't have to sit with all the sling blade motherfuckers over there. It's great.
It's a great bar. Yeah.
Oh my. We've made it hey, you're a Motherfunkler, I'm a Motherfunkler.
Let's all be Motherfunklers together.
Hey, yo.
What's up?
Roll call. Let's do a roll call today.
All right.
I'm
here.
Who's present?
Orlando Trivia
for?
Nick. I'm ready to fucking rage. Let's party.
Hey.
Hey.
We have a full turnout today, and 3 out of 4 are wearing Motherfunkler t-shirts.
I know, we got these same shirts on today.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Without even being planned.
No.
I mean, I did it because it's, an occasion for us.
It's an occasion.
I'd say.
It's an occasion.
I think we should actually cheers to the occasion.
What's the occasion?
Fucking third place,
We
dude.
came third place in the Orlando
Third
Weekly.
place in Orlando Weekly.
Oh, man, that's not bad at all, dude.
Best podcast. Cheers. We are cheersing. We are doing this toast with what Nick considers one of the good wines, the Prisoner.
Yes.
It's a red blend, and I'm going to taste this for the first time.
Oh, you've never even tasted it?
No.
Oh.
For the first time on air, and give you my my feedback on what I think
Go ahead
of it.
and do that, but I already have a fucking bone to pick with this bullshit. I can tell you that. Because you should not have said that you never tasted it before, because now your opinion is completely out the fucking window.
Yeah. So
at a table full of people, a table full of witnesses, you were criticizing how basic I am for liking this wine, and you never even fucking tasted it.
yeah, well, no. At a table full of people, I was saying that I hadn't done the taste that they wanted me to do, and I said I'm saving it for a podcast, and you and I said, but we didn't do the podcast, so. Today's podcast is the first time, so let me give you my view on it. Right, I think it's a fairly middle of the road red wine. It wouldn't be one that I would gravitate to, but I find it to be quite fruity.
Mm-hmm.
If you like something a little sweeter, it's a blend, but it's okay. It is what I would consider to be an easy drinking wine. You don't need to have food with it. You can just open a bottle of the Prisoner. It's a blend, so it's got Cabernet, it's got
Beautiful.
Shiraz.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Merlot.
exactly the way I would characterize it. Middle of the road,
Middle of the
easy to
road.
drink.
It's not
perfect
middle of the
for
road
being at the
pricing
house.
though. It is on the expensive side. So I would say this is a $50 bottle of wine.
$42.99, bro.
Yeah. Well, I checked it out before the podcast. It's they have it on for sale at $47.99 on promotion. It's normally $60. So it's that would be in my ABC. It would be an expensive bottle of wine, but it's a good wine. So yeah,
Cool.
Well done.
Yeah.
I certainly would rather you continue with your day job though, as a as a jury selecting person, and leave the wine selecting to me.
Oh yeah.
But
I have no desire to be a fucking sommelier. If I get to be anywhere near as douchey as you are, PR, I'm just gonna fucking put a bullet in my brain anyway. So trust me, what your hobbies can remain your hobby. I will not be honing in on your fucking wine tasting skills.
There you go. So I'm glad that at least one of us has agreed that the wine should be my area of expertise.
There ain't no
yours.
There was never a disagreement, dude.
Right.
I have no desire for that to be on my resume.
Right.
It's all you.
What I'd like to say though is that the next time I do Carabas, I'm gonna go with the Prisoner as
this
my
is I think
red
would probably
wine
be the
option.
best wine they have at Carrabba's. And I went to Carrabba's on your recommendation.
And
that's
what
one
do you
of
think?
the nuggets.
Was it okay?
Didn't we already talked about this?
Oh, we did.
No,
no,
we
we
didn't.
talked about it at the
No.
hop. We didn't talk about it on the
No.
mic because I haven't gone since the last time we did the show. So I went to Carrabba's on your recommendation from the last time, and your recommendation was exactly on par. It was exactly how I remember it. It was good. It's not going to be something. It's not Turchi here. It's not Prado when it comes to Italian, but it is exactly what Carrabba's used to be. The service was great. The wine they had Prisoner. I saw it up there. I was like, that's the wine I like anyway. Rock and roll. Sat at the bar. No kids screaming. It was a good experience.
There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect evening.
Yeah, man. God damn.
So what have we got?
I've been working on this thing. So as I sit in the front of the barbershop and look out the window, also as people walk into the building.
Yes. What's up?
I've got this theory that, and I think I'm trying to think how to pose this to everybody to get the conversation rolling, but I've noticed that our clientele at the barbershop, typically white male, 30 to 60, and we don't get a lot of black guys coming in with in the industry. Instead of referring to them as a color, you say coarse curly hair, or you say thin straight hair and stuff like that. So we don't get a lot of coarse curly hair. I do notice that if a black dude comes in and leaves, the conversation turns to very specifically identifying that guy as the black guy that came in.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And so, because the barbers are Caucasian, except for we have one guy that is light-skinned black. But I notice this scenario often in conversation, and I love picking it apart. I like thinking, what's going on here. So I researched it, and thinking, I actually thought it had racial tones to it, and that it's playing like a race card sort of deal. But the idea is, and what I researched, it popped up, it's psychologically studied, salience of difference. And if you have a group, the group is typically associated with each other, whether it's race or money, like status as far as money goes. So it isn't racist as far as the psychological breakdown. It just happens to do with the associations that the group that is talking about the unique individual. Anyway, do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how it would leap to I don't know if you haven't gotten to your premise yet as to what you thought was racist.
Yeah, because
I mean, just noting differences
like, let's say
is not
somebody
racism.
does something weird outside the barbershop right now. I'll be like, look at that black guy.
Yeah, but if your intent is not harmful, if you're not degrading somebody, if you're not,
why wouldn't I just say, hey, look at that
somebody,
weird guy out front?
Yeah, well, and if they're weird not because they're black, if they're just weird.
But my premise is that color is often referred to, instead of just saying like, look at that weird guy out front. There's always some sort of description that more often than not is color attached to it.
Mm.
So in the research, I took the other side as well, and if the majority of the group is black, they will refer to as, look at that weird white motherfucker out there.
I mean, I think that's just the categorization of our brain. It is. It's a quick, easy. Look at that guy with the weird shirt. Look at that guy with the golf shirt.
It's called cognitive shorthand, and we're wired to pick out like the easiest things.
There are jokes having to do with that, where you're like, where you and a friend maybe met a bunch of chicks, and you were like, oh yeah, man, I really like the one with the hair. I'm like, they all had fucking hair, but either you got it because there was something weird about their hair that differentiated them, or you look at them and go, yeah, dude, they all had fucking hair. You got to be more specific. So, I mean,
I'm approaching the deal and curious because I feel like just because I'm white, I think I associate with white people more, just like anybody else. Like an Asian person is going to associate with a group of Asian people. And then as that collective, they pick out the most obvious things, which is skin tone first, and then age.
I think that, I would say that you really are, when you're making a comment, I felt
racist about it, though.
No, but if you...
Like, hey, look at that black guy. Yeah. I think it's ingrained into me to think like, why do I have to immediately go to say, hey, that black guy?
I would say that if it was meant in a way that was derogatory or to be insulting, and you used the combination of the person and his race, in a way that meant to demean him, then yes, I would start looking at, what are your hidden intentions, and very often people don't even know that they're being racist, right? It's just very subliminal.
I have a good story.
But
I was working on a shoot, a production. The production was called shit. It's been so long. Anyway, a dean of a college put together this documentary that was reenactment of some falsified historical stuff as far as she was concerned, mostly black oriented. And the production got certain grants because they hired a mostly black crew. And I was pretty much the only white guy on this thing. And the dean of the school got pissed at a white actor. And when all the actors were gone, she fucking went off on the white actor, and it was extremely racial, but forgetting that I was in the back of the room as part of the crew. And it was hilarious. And I'll never forget like the experience, because then, I mean, it shows that everybody.
Well, I think that
that shouldn't make you feel like it's okay. It should make you feel like you have now been in the shoes of somebody who was in a fucking minority group. That's where I'm going. This shit, you know what they feel like.
That's where I'm going with it. I don't think it's okay, but I thought it was fucking hilarious.
I think that one is that we mustn't be. We've become overly sensitized to this now, and I think that it's the heart of the issue.
What?
Where we actually can't express ourselves in a way that's just the way we feel at a point in time.
I think that, at least as far as my immersion in stand-up comedy, everything should be made fun of.
Yeah, I'm very easy with you saying something that. So if I said to you, hey, that black guy, that Puerto Rican guy, if you can, work out, where he's from or whatever, or the American guy, if you're in South Africa, we can tell a mile away.
Well, if it's up to PR, you walk up and do a quick questionnaire of somebody so you know how to make fun of them. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. But you know the American guy, and we would say that, right? Now that's not being racist. That's just kind of saying in that group, right? When you're in Cape Town in South Africa having wine with us, right? If you speak with your accent, Trevor, I'm going to say that American guy. I'm not going to say, that guy with the beard, right? It just is a silly way to describe you. So I would say, let's not oversensitize it. As long as, though, I would have issue with it if you said it in a way that tried to be derogatory, and that's when typically it's wrong. So I would like to go back to the days of, I talk about this a lot, to James Bond, where he would just call it the way he did.
Okay, dude, stop.
And just say what you need to say. And
Jesus
in a
Christ.
way that's
he used to
James Bond,
Connery used to
007.
like slap women around on the fucking movies.
Yeah.
That's what you want to get back to?
Yeah, I would say that in a nice way, where you're not
in a nice way.
Yeah,
you want
in
to
a
slap
nice
women
way.
in a nice way.
If you see, listen,
Just showing them how
my
much you
view,
love them.
right?
And if they don't do what you didn't want them to do, they wouldn't get slapped, right?
No, I'm not into violence, but I am also into showing. You can't even tell somebody they're looking good. It's an insult.
Why?
Why?
I tell people they look good all the time.
Yeah. So if you see
I just think you're overblowing
If you see a beautiful woman, right, in the right circumstance, you don't just walk up to her like in the supermarket, right, or at Publix, but if somebody's looking good, and
you talking about a fucking stranger?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm saying that there's the right time to say it to someone. So I'm saying we shouldn't be overly sensitized.
That's not being overly sensitized. That's being normal in fucking society. You shouldn't walk up to somebody at the bookstore and be like, hey, man, lady, that skirt is fucking working. Like, you're a creepy fucking weirdo. If you're at the Hop and you're like, I love your fucking pantsuit.
Exactly.
Like, whatever it is.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes, and I sometimes
That's
wonder.
not being oversensitive, PR. That's being a normal, non-creepy fucking weirdo.
And I wonder whether people sometimes may take offense to that. I actually pull back. I actually don't do it very often.
I looked this up. If people take offense, when people take offense means that they feel that you're unattractive. If you are attractive, they don't take offense. If you are unattractive, to them, they take offense.
So that is an argument as old as time, and that is not. You can't really fight against that either. That is the same thing as you watch 80s movies, and if it was a good-looking dude who was creeping around the house and giving you letters over and over, it was okay.
Yeah.
If it was a fucking weird-looking guy. But that is where, again, it's important that you have situational awareness to see what situation you're dealing with right now to determine whether or not it is appropriate. And that's the tightrope. That's the balance that we all walk in society to get along.
But I went down the rabbit hole on this, and the things that I read were is it creepy to check a chick out? And they polled women, and the answer was, if the guy is attractive to me, no, it's not creepy, and I like being checked out.
Then that is the cultural rule with which we all have to live by. And you make the determination based on your understanding of what's going on, how you look, how it feels. You make an assessment and determine what you can do to properly conduct yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to get it wrong. Sometimes you're not. And if it's not, in my opinion, like if your intentions are not bad, then, society will keep going. Like, you're not going to get fucking arrested. You're not going to be canceled. Like, you just live your life, make the determination, and get better at it. I mean, I check out chicks all the time without fucking looking at them at all.
Exactly.
What about winks? Are winks creepy?
Yeah. Yes. A wink? Dude.
No winks allowed.
Come on, bro. That you can't.
Why?
Well, I think you got to read the situation. Sometimes you think when you walk past somebody, you think she actually would like you to acknowledge her, and so you do. You look at, and then she's like kind of giving you that, and then you have to wink. I've never winked. Though.
Now I think it could work.
It could work.
But here's the thing: it's fucking bold.
Yeah.
But I think it could work. But the same way that going like this, like doing. It'll probably work here and there, okay? But it's not going to work most of the time. And that's what I think about winking.
I think the statistic is 1 out of 7.
That if you just make a sign for a blowjob, she'll blow you?
Yeah.
That's high
very
probability,
high.
bro. I don't think it's 1 out of 7. If it was 1 out of 7, like, you're talking anywhere, like you go to Publix,
I think
you
if
think
you
1 out of 7?
stand on a corner and...
You think 1 out of 7 women would blow you if you do a blow sign?
I think if you stand on a corner and ask 7 chicks to have sex with you, 1 says yes.
Yikes.
That's very high.
I think that's high.
That's very high.
I think that's
Which
high.
corner are you on, though? Are you here in Winter
Right
Park?
there.
Yeah, winter
And
park.
you're proving the fucking point I'm making right there with that sentence. That's what I was trying to prove. Read the situation. If you're in a business conference,
Yeah.
very high likely, in my opinion, going to some sort of business conference, you have a higher probability of getting laid. Like if you're single, you're there, you're in that right age bracket, higher probability because you already have something in common. But if you're at a business conference and you're doing shit like the blow sign or fucking winking, it's probably not going to work. You had some drinks, you're at Big Daddy's, you saw somebody fucking sing, you could tell, it kind of looked at each other, then a wink might work. But it's an overt act that you being in your place of society have to understand what's going on and make that determination.
Yeah. I've been using the wink in a different way, non-sexual. I am attempting to
Wink in the old one eye?
No, yeah, the brown eye, the balloon knot.
I meant no, but gross.
So
The balloon knot. Yeah, I know what you mean.
now, eye contact. I'm concentrating eye contact and then not breaking eye contact, but it can get awkward after a while. So I implement the wink when I'm ready to not do it, and it gets the other person to break eye contact first.
Yeah, because that's freaky shit.
Why?
Winking at somebody that you've made direct eye contact with that you don't know is like
If they're
serial killer
if they're
shit.
staring you down.
If they're staring you down, fair.
If they're staring you
what
down,
I'm saying
like
is,
in passing, or
if you're just walking, looks like a normal person, you make eye contact with somebody, it holds for a couple of seconds, and you wink, that's serial killer shit.
no, that's what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
it works. It gets them to look away very quickly.
Yeah, because they think you're a serial killer. But I love fucking eye contact. All the time. Grocery store, gym, wherever I'm at.
Do you stare people down?
I'm just like, I'm watching, but I give it like 2 seconds. I don't just fucking keep staring.
You shouldn't be the first one to look away.
I always do it all the time. I want to see what's going on in there. And I feel like I'm picking up on some fucking dark shit, and I love it. It's because we're all going through terrible shit all the time. As you know, my theory on life is that they woke up in misery and they're going to go to bed in misery. And it all depends on how their day is going. And I can see this dark shit when you look at people right in their fucking eyes. I love it.
Creepy.
I've been enjoying it, but I don't wink. I don't do the fucking thumb across the throat or whatever the fuck else you want to do to get their attention, Trevor.
So the wink, it didn't backfire, but I had an odd wink situation the other day.
Did a guy come up and ask you for your number?
A guy made eye contact with me, and we both winked at the same time.
Oh, man. See?
And I went up, and I was like, did we just jinx each other with winking? And he goes, I think we did.
Wow.
And I said, I'm studying this deal about confidence and eye contact. And he said, me too.
Hey, do you want to tell us something you haven't told us before? You want to tell us about winking with another guy? Is that
I see where you're going with
this. PR is not good at landing the joke, but
cheers,
I think
everyone.
everybody,
cheers.
if
Well
you've
done.
listened to the podcast long enough, you know what PR's joke was.
Shit, I've been here long enough and have no fucking clue what's going on, man. All right.
Oh, that was a Jaeger.
That was good.
The first of one today, right? We're not going to do more than one.
So
I'm on the prisoner.
So I mean, this third place shit. How does it make you feel? Do you like it? Like, have you thought about it? Have you done any deep thinking about it?
I have. I've thought about it a little, and I must say that I think it was fantastic. I didn't think we're going to get ranked. I think the fact that we were placed is absolutely fantastic. We've been doing this for just over a year. They do understand. I did a bit of kind of AI and Googling about it. I think they do understand what our podcast is about. And so that's impressive that they've picked up on the personalities, that they've picked up on the themes. They understand that we are not about deep research on a particular issue. If you want to learn about leadership, if you want to learn about certain things, Orlando Disney World, for example, or the theme parks, you're not going to listen to us, right? Jesus. But if you just want to kind of have a laid-back conversation, listen to three guys going off about just about anything, and if you're not sensitive, because Nick can be very offensive at times.
So now that he's given us the fucking dork fucking self-help paragraph for our next published entry, how does it make you feel, Trevor? Have you thought about it?
I don't like awards. I don't like recognition. When I get that stuff, it makes me just want to work harder and harder without I think, too many trophies are given out these days. And
I love it. I think it's fucking rad. But I think what it's made me think about is, like, we always have to walk the tightrope of discussing kind of what we're going through. But I really do think it's important not to be like the fucking old men just bitching and complaining all the time, which I love to do because there is so much to fucking bitch and complain about. I'm not throwing stones, but I do think, I think, and I actively try to do this, and this even more so, where like we actually have an opportunity here to be heard. I think it's important that we discuss our place in the world, but also not sound like the people who are like, get off my fucking lawn. That is kind of the reflection that I had.
Thank you for sharing that, Nicholas.
You're welcome. I don't know. Yeah, 1/3 of it. So, I mean, with that being said, I have a million topics to talk about, but they're all kind of old man shit.
Let's go.
That's what I was saying.
Let's go.
So let me ask you this. Do you think there's something to overwhelming choice? By that, I mean, like, I remember all these movies, 80s, 90s, 2000s, television shows and shit. I saw them all because I had cable. I had like a slide box cable. I had a Zenith fucking cable box. And then now I think I sit and watch previews trying to pick something to watch for a fucking half hour.
I thought about it today precisely, exactly. I also think that we've hit on this topic. I think I was bitching about Happy Gilmore, and I quit watching shit. I actually turned on the TV today. I had an hour to kill. I didn't turn it on all week long. Turned it on and turned it right back off because I got frustrated with the options.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything specific that I want to watch. And I think it's stupid now, and I'm catching myself turning the deal on and going to scan, begging for something to watch, and then I'm thoroughly disappointed. I back to the Blockbuster scenarios, like you knew a movie was coming out and you were excited about that movie and you had selected that movie and there was a chance that you weren't going to get the rental because everybody else was out for it too. Now everything is just there and there's too much and it's oversaturated and it's horrible crap. So I'll watch. I'm realigning. I'm setting new rules for when I will participate in entertainment on a streaming platform. But I want to be sold on a new movie coming out that I like the actor, I like the director. Same thing with concerts, man. I was going to concerts constantly and starting to become disappointed. I've got new rules for concerts. Like I should probably have purchased the vinyl. I should like have a collection of their songs in my Spotify.
Yeah, but then
or
wouldn't
Apple
that
Music.
disqualify you from going to concerts of bands that you don't really know and you're trying to learn?
Well, I think don't know is probably fun. Taking a risk to go to something you've never heard of before.
So you have a dead zone in between where if it's somebody you barely know, like don't really know, you'd go.
Yeah, just mediocre.
If somebody you
shit
really
that I've
really
heard
like,
before.
you go. But somebody in the middle.
Yeah, mediocre
fair.
shit. But yeah.
Yeah,
I want to
I'm fucking over. I'm over streaming shit right now. Like, it's,
fair.
So the comment on choice that I have is, I'll take it away from streaming, is that it means that you just don't make a decision, right? So what I find is that there's two things that I've been looking at buying for myself for the last month: a blue jacket and a black T-shirt. Right now, how difficult is that, right? So
you've been battling with yourself over the decision
what
to buy a
happens is
black
that-
T-shirt
is that-
for a month.
And I look at that's simple, right? You would think if I went into a store, I can guarantee you I would have bought a black T-shirt and a blue jacket, right? Now what
What the
happens?
fuck are we talking
Wait,
about
let's
right
see
now?
where he goes with this.
Here's where I'm going with it, right? So what happens is that I'm going into like on social media, I'm looking at jackets, right? And now there's 1,000 of them.
Dude, jacket, I get it.
And-
jacket is tough.
Well, even a black T-shirt. So I'm giving you the what would be an easy buying decision. Now, 20 years ago, if I wasn't presented with 1 million blue jackets, I would have made a decision. So here's what I start doing. I start looking through all of them, right? And then the next morning, there's even more available, right? And so I'm just not making a decision, right? And it's designers and the colors and all of that. And a month later, I haven't made a decision. So here's an easy one, a black T-shirt, right? Now, and that's one of the T-shirts that I wear regularly. So I think I need to add to my, black T-shirt wardrobe. Anyways, I can't make up my mind because their designs are, they're complicated, man. And so
I think a lot of listeners have made up their minds to change the fucking channel. We're talking about buying
choice.
a black T-shirt.
Choice. I think designers and social media guys have just taken us to the point where they're presenting so many options to us that it's hard to make a decision because tomorrow there's going to be another even better choice.
That's not those people's fault. That's your fault for fucking buying into that crap.
So how do I make a decision then, Trevor? I'm
You
looking
pick
at
a shirt.
You go out, you buy a shirt.
Yeah,
If it
exactly.
works,
if
it
I
works.
went out, I would
You
have
wear it
bought
for
it.
a day or a week.
Yeah,
If
the
it doesn't
problem-
work,
yeah,
you go
the-
try another one.
the
Or even
problem-
better, let the market dictate it by going out and fucking trying on black T-shirts at different places till you find one you like.
Yeah, the problem
That
is
means you weren't buying it from
yeah,
the internet.
So I haven't done buying in a store for probably a year or two.
So you're complicit in this.
No,
you're blaming them, but it's totally your fucking fault.
My experience of going to a store
God,
is
it's like the people who when Twinkies go away are like, oh my God, can you
This
fucking
is where
believe Twinkies are going away? But they haven't bought a Twinkie in 2
This
fucking
is where
years.
I take issue with this, and this has to do with This has to do with movies and shit on streaming platforms. It's about the hunt, PR. You got to get your ass out of the house, away from the screens, and you got to go hunt for a black T-shirt.
I miss that shit.
So here's the
You
thing
got to
about-
go to
Love that shit.
Blockbuster, and you got to hunt for the video.
Yeah, but here's what happens.
You got to get off the couch.
when you go to the mall, right? You end up going
Fuck the mall.
I went to the mall
going to the
yesterday.
mall, and what happens is that you buy the one that they have on offer in your size.
The mall was the start of this
It
bullshit.
is such BS. I
Dude,
don't
the
want
mall
that.
is the opposite of this. The mall is a fucking social.
It was the
whole
first
microcosm.
Hub. It was the first hub of options,
Dude.
It was the first hub of too many
The mall
options.
is the opposite of fucking streaming services.
So how do you buy
bro.
your running shoes?
You know
when
what?
You buy running shoes.
You know
do you
what
go to
would
the
be
mall or do you buy it online?
Here's how I bought my running shoes. I have gone through every sort of brand one by one. I found a physical store in Chicago that had On Clouds. I tried them on. I started running with them. I have noted exactly which type they are.
So
and
you
now
bought
I
your
order
first
it from
On Cloud in
at
a
an
store.
On
a
Cloud store in the city of Chicago.
Okay.
I now know the name of it, and when those shoes start to wear, I go on Cloud and I fucking rebuy them. I know exactly which pair of pants I want. For the fucking black chinos I wear every goddamn day, I have 6 pair of them that I just bought from J. Crew. They're exactly the fucking same. Vintage, the Hawaiian shirts is where I go to fucking vintage stores and I shop and I keep looking, and then I take it and I get it fucking tailored. Like that is
Okay, so
I
Trevor,
think you should have
these new shoes that you bought.
word
how'd
of
you buy
mouth.
them?
Word of mouth.
No, did you go into a store though?
No,
You bought online.
it was word of mouth.
So here's my
That's
problem.
There you go. That's
I
another
didn't-
one.
I didn't go on Instagram and say I want to try barefoot shoes for weightlifting and have
I'm glad
Instagram
you did,
and
if
have
you were wearing them
Instagram
with the
auto-populate
fucking toes,
1,000
bro,
pairs of shoes.
Trevor, please just
No, the toe thing is fucking.
come on, man. Please don't. Just please do
The
me
toe
a favor.
thing's GAY.
Yeah, that
please.
is just terrible.
Please don't do
What
the
I
fucking
found that
toes.
with my running shoe purchases, right? I used to buy them, end up buying a shoe that the store had in my size. It wasn't the
Custom.
color I wanted. It wasn't the style or the because the running shoes change all the time. So the newest design in the awful color is in my size. I end up buying it, right? But if I go online, I can get exactly what I want. So I haven't bought
Wait
a
a
running
minute. You said you can't find exactly what you want
In a store.
black T-shirts.
Yeah.
Online.
Well, online I can find
But wait-
everything, but then I'm confused as to what I want to
But
buy.
PR, what you can do is go shop at the stores, even if it's not black. You find that brand and that size and that shirt, and you're like, damn, this shirt looks good. I'm liking it in black. Then you go to their website and fucking buy it from
Yeah.
them directly. That means you're not
That is a
contributing
lot of
to
work,
the
though.
Instagram spam. That's what fucking life is, dude. You're not. It's a lot of work, you say. You are the problem. What you saying, that's a lot of work. You spending 2 years without ever going physically shopping, to your own admission. That is why the Instagram people are making all of their money, because they're hitting you.
Yeah.
Like
true.
you're the guy.
'Cause I have black T-shirts in my closet that are the wrong size or the material is not what I thought it would be. Right.
Yes.
Now, if I
Happens
went
all the
into a
time.
store,
Yes.
I would have. Now, but that's trial and error, and I'm saying that's the convenience for me of purchasing something, on my couch at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, right? But I think it slowed my purchasing down. I would have bought I would have had a blue jacket already. I would have had a black T-shirt already. But,
Fucking black.
yeah, I'll get one. So I think after this podcast, I'm going to
First
go
world problems.
and just, what happens. So yesterday, for example, there was a brand that I thought was way outside my price range. And yesterday it came up that it was available. Have you ever had that, Ed? Can I mention the brand? So Black Tom Ford. I like the brand, right? And so I wasn't really looking.
Plain
it's-
black
it's-
T-shirt from Tom Ford.
It's just Tom Ford, by the way, everybody. It's not black Tom Ford.
Wink, wink.
So
Yeah.
I
So
just everybody knows.
it is
it's
a
just
brand
Tom
that I
Ford.
like, and all of a sudden yesterday I saw it, and I haven't made the purchase decision yet. So no, it's not black Tom Ford, but it's a black T-shirt.
Yeah.
I
went to Mall Millenia yesterday and to shop around. I got some things, but really I got more ideas that I can then shop in the individual stores.
I think that's what happens with me is that I get disappointed. I go to the mall. It's a bit of an effort for me as I don't like going to that, finding them. I end up enjoying being at Earls rather. I go in, walk around,
Dude, it's
don't
just
find
easy.
anything.
Just always park
I
at
go to
Neiman
Earls.
Marcus. Nobody ever parks in front of Neiman
Yeah,
Marcus.
that's true.
You walk right in.
But I don't like going to the malls. It's a tiresome thing to do, and then what I end up doing is just have you been to Earls?
I don't know what you're saying.
It's a
Earls?
restaurant. Earls is a restaurant up from the parking on level 2.
It's where Blue Martini used to be back in the day.
I'm aware of where Blue Martini used to be. That was a cougar bar.
That was a cougar bar.
Big time. Yeah, that's where you go to get free drinks if you're
This is a really.
late 20s
I
man.
enjoy the bar. I enjoy hanging out the bar.
They have a good seafood tower too.
Do they?
It's good, but like
yeah,
you know,
and they have nice sushi.
Well, tell me,
small
ranking like
sushi.
so seafood. When I think seafood towers in Orlando, at least, Eddie V's is a fucking fantastic seafood tower. Like, I like the Osprey seafood tower a lot as
what's
well.
on the ADV's seafood tower?
So they have two different ones. One of them, they both have regal names. It's like the Grand Earl and the Grand Emperor or some bullshit. But on one of them, the bigger one, obviously, they have, at least the last time I was there, it was king crab claws, already cracked, with lobster tails, shrimp cocktail, oysters. Then the smaller one was oyster, shrimp cocktail, and like snow crab, I think. Either way, I will
It's
tell
a heavy seafood tower.
I know Eddie V.
It's good shit.
I'll tell you right now. I know Eddie V's is a here. Tell him to finish. that
I
up.
like Eddie V's.
I know it's a
good,
chain.
It's a good restaurant.
I know
man.
it's a chain. I think it's fucking pretty
It's
rad,
pretty good.
dude. I really
Yeah.
like Eddie V's. Like, and if you go, they have that small bar. If you can get a spot at that bar, you don't have to sit with all the sling blade motherfuckers
Great
over there.
bar.
It's great.
It's a great bar. Yeah.
Kids screaming. Last time I was there, I saw Daryl Strawberry and Lou Holtz, both sitting separately. You know who these people are?
No.
Negative.
You've never heard of Daryl Strawberry? So Daryl Strawberry is one of he's in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. He's a fucking unbelievable baseball player. Lou Holtz was the
strawberry.
What did you that? It's not like
No,
I
I still
said
have-
Johnson,
I
bro.
still have no fucking clue.
And
And
then-
then
Lou Holtz was the coach of Notre Dame, Fighting Irish forever, and it has been on TV for fucking 45 years. He's 110 years old. Anyway, I saw them both separately at Eddie V's last time I was there. I think Eddie V's is underrated because it's a chain.
Agree.
I think it's excellent, though.
I have a good. I like the vibe. I like the decor. The service is always very
Yeah.
good. And yeah, the food is good.
I
It's
agree.
above average.
I
I'd
agree.
say
I agree.
it's like a mom and pop, almost good food. Yeah. Done a number of birthdays there. Special celebrations.
So how did I get to fucking seafood
Earls.
tower?
We were at Earls.
Oh, okay. So Earls.
the mall.
Never
we were
heard of
talking
it.
about the shitty mall.
Dude, it's actually not. I'm telling you, I think as far as malls go, we're lucky to have fucking Mall Millenia. Like, it is as
It is outstanding.
It is-
Yeah, it is.
for the size city we are, we're lucky to fucking have something because they have the whole Bloomingdale side of the mall is higher end stores where you can actually go in and see higher end shit. If you're making a purchase for a fucking suit that costs $4,000, you at least want to like see how the suit looks, feel the fabric, like do that shit. You can't just order Tom Ford on fucking line.
No, but I'd rather go mom and pop and go to what's the place on Park Ave?
John Craig.
Yeah.
I mean, I like John. So the problem I have with John Craig and specifically Current is that everything has to be so goddamn slim and skinny. And I'm like, dude, give me some fucking space, man. I'm 44 years old almost. Like,
Can't you tell them to
I
do it your
did,
way?
and their idea of baggy is not the same idea I have as baggy. I can tell you that.
Well, my argument would be, at least in my current perspective, that instead of having all these options available, we should seek out more of a boutique experience where you can have something customized. When's the last time you saw a cobbler?
I have a cobbler.
I think that's fantastic. I like the idea of going to a store that's old school and not this immediate gratification.
I don't have a
crap.
cobbler because I'm picking out my shoes from them. I have a cobbler because when I do pick out a pair of shoes, I want that exact pair of shoe, and as they go bad, I want them to be fixed. But then also, I recently bought several pairs of Ferragamo, which are lifetime warranty. So
here's the thing with the choice, right? When I go, and I don't go there anymore, but when I go to Cheesecake Factory.
Jesus Christ.
Have you guys been to Cheesecake?
No, but you found
Why do we keep going back to these
I gotta
fucking
tell you,
shit chains, man?
No,
This was
no,
fucking
I'm just
great.
saying,
That is the
That's
analog
choice.
example of a fucking streaming service.
Yes.
Cheesecake Factory is a perfect real world example.
They have a fucking menu that's
It's
like a
yes, you can get a fucking
get
sushi
anything.
hand roll and biscuits and gravy
Yes.
at 5:00 in the afternoon.
Now, what I'm saying about the reason why I'm going to that, you talked about choice, and I'm just saying when I go to Cheesecake Factory, and I haven't been for a while, but I end
Don't
up
lie,
not
dude.
knowing
Don't try and
whether I
sound
want to
cool.
have
We
a
know you
salad
went.
or a hamburger or a steak or fish because they've got it all. The descriptions are all mouth-watering, right? And I'm confused, right? But if I go to Vinia, for example, hey, there's only like 5 things on the menu.
That's great.
Right?
We should get back to more. I don't know if salt of the earth is the right application.
It's not.
The choice is
Like
not
you're
always good.
You're coming off the road. You've been working hard, and you only have one diner option, and they have a limited menu. And because you're so hungry and because you've worked so hard, anything is going to taste
It's like
good.
the beginning of My Cousin Vinny when they hand him the menu and it says breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they look at each other and go, "What do you think? Breakfast? Yeah, breakfast."
I love
And
it.
That's it.
The options are the oversaturation of options is fucking everything up, man.
I wouldn't normally agree, but I must say my recent experience, and now that we've had this conversation, I think I'm anti-choice. I've become anti-choice. I'd like, just give me the shitty bottle of Prisoner and I'm going to enjoy it.
No, tell PR when he goes to one of these massage parlors, like he doesn't want to have to choose, just lady's choice.
Just do
your
best.
thing. I'm
Do
just
your
gonna.
best.
I'm just exist here. I'm just here to.
Yeah.
I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah, and I think that
I'm just happy to be
the
here.
spa treatments as well. They're just too many there, right? Just give me I just want a back massage. Thank you
Ugh.
very much.
Dude, I slept wrong.
And
I needed. I went to Saku again. SAKU.
Uh,
I go hour, and I just wanted on my neck, right side of my neck, and for an hour, she just fucking hammered it. It was fantastic.
yeah. So Soseki, for example, you want to have a takeout at Soseki. There's only one thing. It's a shirasi bowl. That is just the most amazing takeout.
I think we should
you can
add
have.
shirasi bowl to his charcuterie.
Yeah,
Every
it
listeners
is.
have to
yeah,
take a
I'd
shot.
say that. I'm volunteering to be the shirasi sommelier.
Well, speaking of those places, and given, you got some, Ed?
Yeah, something before we move on, which is almost time too. The official term of you guys are discussing is called analysis paralysis.
That's true.
The inaction through a variety
I
of
always
being overwhelmed by
I always say
choices.
paralysis by overanalysis is the way that I put it. But yes, that is exactly.
So
the
Ed,
theorem.
you would sympathize with the fact that I'm not able to find the right blue jacket and the right black T-shirt.
The way I go about it is I test different brands, and then once I find the perfect fit, good materials, I stick with it. I buy 5 of each, and then that's it.
Exactly
And I
what
just
I
keep
do.
buying the same shit over and
Exactly what
over.
I do.
Samesies.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. I like Aloe, a T-shirt. I like the Aloe T-shirt. I think it's really good. I like the material and everything, and I've been doing that. But I just feel, I want to break out. I'm gonna go off piste. I want to go into something new,
Break free.
right? And then I'm thinking, but I
Are
can't.
you trying to tell us something, PR?
Yeah.
He'll tell you in more ways than one, Trevor, if you want to hear it.
Yeah, I may end up with another black yellow.
Oh,
Let's do
Jesus
some
Christ.
mother licking Funkler Nuggets.
I like it. Well, first, let's do the easy one. Trevor, you got any nuggets?
I do.
Hit me.
Why am I the easy one?
Because you never have any nuggets.
I have to say thank you to a couple of listeners that are listening. I've had some special deliveries at the shop based
yeah?
on some conversations we've had.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah. A bud brought a bag of coffee by because I was griping about being a coffee snob.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to try it because I'm cycling through.
Did you get the beans?
Yes.
Or was it ground?
Whole beans.
Okay.
Which
good.
coffee shop? Which roaster?
It's done in somebody's home. So like super
Holy shit.
super boutique.
Nice.
Which is right. That's right up my alley, man. So I'll tell you what I did. I have a large coffee machine, and with the intent of smoking Nick on this testosterone challenge, I am removing microplastics from my anything that I possibly can. I know it's not completely avoidable, but
I got you right where I want you.
My coffee machine.
You understand that the act of monitoring and removing microplastics are going to lower your testosterone, which will then give me the advantage.
Yes, no, not really. So what I did, my coffee machine has a bunch of plastic internal parts, a ton. So I got rid of, I'm not using that anymore. I bought a mocha pot, which is all metal, and I bought a hand grinder, and I'm going through the beans that I have, which are tested for mold and fungus. They're supposed to be the biohackers coffee beans, but I'm excited to get along to this bag that
I thought you said you're gonna buy a pestle and mortar and you're gonna grind them.
I mean, isn't that the old way of doing it?
They've
the way
had
to do
coffee
it.
grinders since the fucking Middle Ages.
The other gift that I got was a bag of sweet potatoes after the sweet potato.
Oh,
after
yeah, the conversation about the sweet potatoes. Sweet
So-
potatoes are fucking great.
So the friend brought the sweet potatoes by. He grew them in his, I think, a raised garden bed. I think that's badass that
Dude.
somebody puts the time and
That
energy
is
and
so
love.
awesome, and you got them. That's fucking rad, dude.
So yeah, I really
love it.
appreciate that. Getting ready to cook the sweet potatoes tomorrow. So I also ventured out and got a massage at a new massage place for me.
Nice. Where at?
Hand and Stone, Stone and Hand,
Hand and Stone. Which one?
over in Winter Park Village.
Oh, nice.
It was horrible.
Oh, well then not nice.
It was expensive. It was
What do you mean by expensive? Tell me what you got and how much.
yeah.
it was.
So I usually go to Spa Via. I like Spa Via. It's a little higher than normal, but I think that's the trend these days.
I like Spavia.
They have their process, they have their sense. I like Spa Via's presentation. But the ladies that I would normally go to were booked up. This was a spontaneous massage deal. Amanda was in New York. I didn't have band practice or podcast recording, so I was like, I'm gonna treat myself.
Yes.
So set this deal up. Called in. Their online booking system sucks ass. Called in. Lady was nice. I said I want, like a longer sports massage. They said, well, the people that do sports massages aren't available on Sunday. We can do deep tissue. I said, sign me up. I got the notification. I had 2 separate massages in the notification. I guess they're, instead of just extending one, they sign you up for 2.
Okay.
And then tacked on to each of the individual 2 was the deep tissue part. So they're packaging things up, adding add-on, there's the add-ons. The total came out to $275.
That's heavy duty.
That would be expensive.
Yeah, I agree.
And especially because they didn't offer you any choice. And seeing that we're talking about choice, you made a high conviction decision without choice. Good on you.
Dude,
I don't know if I understand.
you got to try.
There was no
You
choice.
got to do Saku, bro.
So
At least give him a shot.
So
It's
I went
half
in.
the price.
I went in. The place was okay. It was bright. The reception area was very bright. It was very noisy. There were a lot of people waiting. There was a lot of action. It wasn't.
Anti-spa.
It wasn't
completely
calm.
anti-spa. All of that you just said.
Yeah.
Noisy, a lot of people.
So I have this. I need to share transparently. I have this thing about getting massages from overweight people, and I'm not doing this.
I would
I-
say that
I really
they should
do-
not be a person that's doing a massage should not be overweight.
I really do feel that
Oof, I
somebody's.
disagree with both of you.
I really do feel that somebody's energy
yeah.
and touching your body and the energy transference, it should be a healthy person.
Totally.
And I just, it's not. I don't want to sound mean. It's just it's my thing that I want a healthy exchange of energy.
It's like your personal instructor at a gym.
yes.
right? I mean,
It's like
that
going
person
to it's like
can't
going to
be,
a fat personal trainer.
Yeah.
God, mine is so. My reason for disagreeing with you is so bad. I don't think I even want to say it on the microphone.
So
Okay. Don't then.
So I'm sitting. The whole deal was a exploration in doing something on a whim and rolling the dice, knowing that it could be any one of these people coming out.
And then you got a big old fat person.
No, I did not. I got a very masculine female.
Perfect.
Actually,
That's
I
the
was
fucking
like,
wheelhouse.
I was like, cool.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
this person's gonna grind in deep, get to this, but I feel like the person was new. I don't know if it was my demeanor, and sometimes I feel like I'm intimidating, but the person was definitely...
Did you make solid eye contact with her for 45 seconds and then wink before you went
I didn't
in?
wink, but when we were talking about what was going on, like what I wanted to do, what the point of me being there...
if you're directly engaged with somebody, then you should be making eye contact.
So by the time I laid down...
Did you feel her hands before going in for the massage and say, wow, you have really nice hands?
One note is I was instructed to keep my underwear on, which is fucking bullshit.
Agreed.
I want to strip down to my birthday suit and get a massage that way. I think the underwear thing's fucking stupid.
100%.
And then the first half of the massage, I could tell energetically that she was nervous. Her hands were shaking. And it was very uncomfortable. After she settled in,
that is not great.
After she settled in, the massage changed, and it was okay. It was mediocre. Mm-hmm. So, I will never go back there again. I look forward to going back to Spa Via and or finding that unicorn of
Saku,
a fucking sports massage.
I'm fucking telling you, man, they're so good.
I looked them up, man. Their menu is fucking like Cheesecake Factory's menu.
This is a good place because you do that before you go in. You can go, you know what? My feet kind of hurt. I'm going to do 30 minutes feet, 30 minutes neck, 30 minutes back. Like, you can fucking do that. But also, you don't need to book it that way. When you show up, you just kind of tell them what to do, and they're rad. But they are, I love it. I know a friend of the show, Jordan Owen, went recently. He fucking dug it. It's, I think it's as good as it gets without going to the next level. The next level for me is like the Ritz, Breakers, like high-end resorts like that. I'm sure in other major cities there are super high-end massage places.
I'm gonna skip the...
I look forward to you finding something.
I'm going to skip the spa part of it and just go find a fucking sports masseuse. And it's going to be a bright room with other athletes and just...
Dude, I'll get with Linda. Linda is where she goes. They do cupping and fucking hardcore sports massage in broad daylight. Like,
they're the best.
That's probably where I'm going to... I did it when I was in college and I hurt myself. And that's what I'm chasing. I would like that with the spa atmosphere, but I just don't think it's a possibility. All right.
Rock and roll, man. Do you want to go?
So let me go. Yeah.
You can go.
Because I think you got a long list. So
I do, and if we run out of time, I can save or whatever. But
so I ventured out to Winter Garden, met some friends at the Crooked Can. Have you guys been to Crooked Can?
I have been to Crooked Can. Yeah.
So I haven't been like pre-COVID. So the other day, met some friends there, and let me tell you, it is absolutely fantastic. It really is a great experience. It's a family experience, Nick.
It is a terrible yes. I was going to say there are two downsides to the place you're talking. So Crooked Can's at the end of a huge food hall.
Yeah.
Now, there are two terrible negatives. One, screaming children everywhere the whole fucking time that you're there. If you go to a brewery, like you want a beer, you really want screaming children everywhere.
That's actually most breweries now are doing these like bring your dog, bring your kids. It's the thing now. It's the hipster.
Well, then if you're into that,
you're kind of fucked.
No, there will be screaming children. But that's not even my number one complaint. That food hall's air conditioning is woefully inadequate.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Woefully.
Yeah.
inadequate.
But once you have a few beers, the air conditioning,
For me, the more I drink, the more I fucking need it to be freezing cold. Like I heat up as I keep drinking.
So I was actually sitting outside. So it was actually
fucking maniac behavior.
It was a Friday afternoon. It actually ended up being it was pretty good. 6-7 p.m. So what's good about the Crooked Can is that they have a really good range of beer.
Dude. Their Hefeweizen's fucking delicious.
So I don't like the wheaty beer. So some of the other guys liked it. I took the Florida Sunshine, which is my kind of go-to there, the lager. Very good. And the service is really good. Those guys behind the bar, superb. So started off on the beer, and then I wandered into the food section. There's just an amazing selection of food. So I started with a ceviche.
Oh.
And
you really ventured out.
Nothing like getting a big pile of raw fish in the middle of a place that has no air conditioning.
Wait, no. Next, did you try?
I tried to hold on.
Let me guess.
So I started
the charcuterie.
I started a ceviche. No. So everybody. The nice thing about being in a place like this is that everybody gets their own little food, right?
Yeah,
so you can go out, and then we were sitting outside. We
There's
had
a
table.
pizza place in there.
And then I had that, and then different people chose
You
what
had
they wanted to. Ceviche was first, and then I decided I want some sushi. They have norigami, which wasn't there when I went some years ago.
Norigami is the place that last week I talked about. I did Juju Norigami collaboration at Juju, and that was discussed in my thing.
Yeah,
and it was excellent.
So they do but they sometimes do like their hand rolls, but when we were there on Friday, they actually were only doing a sit down. So they do this kind of omakase menu. So they were not doing it. So I went to across the passage is bento. So I just ordered some sushi, which was good. Wasn't grand, but it was good.
I mean, bento is like Carrabba's of sushi.
Yes.
Like it's the same thing you're gonna get anytime you order sushi, but it's not gonna blow your socks.
And then
off.
after the sushi, we were there for a few hours. I then did Michael's coal-fired pizza. I have to say those pizzas are really good.
Yeah.
They are, I like the coal-fired. So
they look good, but pizzas always look good to me.
No, what I like about it is that they have the right amount of topping on it, and it's blackened. I like the blackened part of it. So the pizza was really good. But I can tell you the cherry on the top at the end of all that beer, they have mini donuts. Now I haven't had. There's a mini in the same.
And there's a separate place for mini donuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have all these kind of almost little stores. Ed, have you had mini donuts in a while?
Like the center of the donut?
Yeah.
You're talking about donut holes?
Donut holes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like they miniature things.
I think at Sears when I was a kid, they used to have a stall.
I haven't had it in
and
20 years.
Donuts
man.
at Sears.
So this thing, it's got 12 little donuts, right? But I mean, it really is it's for one person to eat, almost in two handfuls, right? They also have churros, mini churros. So I kind of spoiled myself, because I needed to sweeten my mouth after all those beers. So I needed to counterbalance. So I can tell you my crooked can experience, absolutely fantastic. I will definitely be looking forward to it.
I heard there's an oyster bar in that food hall.
There
There's
is.
an
Did you
oyster
see
bar.
it?
There is.
Yeah, there is.
It's from the same people as Hunger Street and the one on Corinne, the Foreigner. Same chef. It's his.
I'm due to go back. Linda loves going to that strip. There's also an excellent coffee
Place there.
Axum is right close by, and excellent coffee. Excellent.
They also have a really good. If you like Trevor does, to pick his own meat, you can actually. There's a deli that has. Farm raised, kind of organic.
And
steak.
during the farmers market there, they have a place, I don't remember the name, but has excellent meat, game, like really good fresh butcher meat there as well.
So that's my my nugget.
All right, so I did some shit. I did the celebration of running 5K with Track Shack. I'm doing the whole section. Like the whole fucking session from now till the end of Track Shack. So if anybody's there, anybody's doing that run, let me know. Come hang out. Say hi to the Funklers, I went to Ava for dinner where I met my aunt who was coming in town. And before she got there, Linda and I walked up, and the hostess said, "Hey, just letting you know, usually the downstairs is just for these members or whatever, but if you would like, we have a sushi thing going on downstairs as well as our original menu." I go, "Let's do it." It was fucking exquisite. Like the downstairs,
I've done the sushi there. It's fantastic. Yeah.
The downstairs with the sushi, it was fucking out of control. Like I was so happy with the experience. We had this great circle booth. It was just the three of us. Drinks were fantastic. The food was unbelievable.
It's got a good vibe as well.
I was like, it's so much more quiet than the upstairs. Yeah. It was so much more chill. I dug it.
Although the music does turn up. They've got this incredible way of turning up the music slowly. So by 10 p.m. or 11, the music, you're like kind of in a lounge,
Yeah, I mean, we got out of there by like 10:30, I think. But I did notice it. It was kind of getting up there. But God damn, the food was the good.
Food's good.
Food was good.
But the menu downstairs is almost all Asian, right? It's kind of
no, they had both. So I made sure of that because my aunt, before she got over there, is when they asked us if we wanted the table. And they go, we have the sushi downstairs, but we also, and I go, do you have the full menu? Because I have to wait to see if our other party wants to only do sushi. They're like, full menu. We ordered, we had the saffron rice from the original menu, the Greek salad from the original menu, the lobster pasta from the original menu, which this is the third different iteration that I've seen from Ava with the lobster pasta. It's changed every time I've gotten there. Mm-hmm. This was the best one by far. It was a full lobster cut in half.
Okay.
Already removed, but on top of its shell with the pasta in the middle.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Okay. Nice.
Then we had sushi rolls, hand rolls. Fantastic. Let's see. The biggest event that I had was, well, first of all, I mean, we got to mention the hop. We did hop.
We did hop.
It's a big hop. It was well attended, right?
I mean, I got to tell you, when we started here in front of Atomic Barberco, I was surprised with how many people. It was a well-attended hop,
especially because there was a thunderstorm that came through.
Yeah, it was kind of stormy.
And then it cleared up all of a sudden.
But it was a lot of people, man. It's starting to
fantastic.
gain some fucking momentum, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I put out the most number of wine ever that I've done at a hop. I was glad that I had double the catering, because normally I have probably 6 bottles of red, 6 bottles of white, and normally only go through like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You might have had to open the prisoner.
No. That was I was saving
that for me.
Very special friend. Yeah.
So the hop was fucking rad. Right after the hop, I went to Neighbors at East End Market, where there was a Flor de Caño. Am I saying that right?
Flor de Caña.
He says it way better than I do. So that rum company that Ed just said,
which is excellent. It's a really good brand.
They had a pizza party / rum tasting that I went to immediately after the hop, where we tried their they were giving us mixed drinks the whole time, but we did 12, 15, and then their 18. Their 18 is like the high-end, super high-end rum. Rum is very bourbon-ish to me. Like it's a little sweeter,
yeah,
but it is on that bourbon swing to me. Mm-hmm. And it was a fantastic experience. Like, I recommend anybody checking out Neighbors, see their calendar, go to their events. Like, I'm not even a huge rum guy. Like, I'm more bourbon and Jaeger bombs, obviously. But nobody's going to have a Jaeger bomb tasting, you know. So we went.
Do you remember the cocktails they were serving?
Yes. So they were all plays on Trader Vic's. So Trader Vic kind of invented the modern tiki drink. So it was plays on Maui Jim, play on what's the really big one?
Mai Tai, 3
Mai
dots on
Tai.
a dash.
Yes. It was. I remember having a Mai Tai, having a Maui Jim, and then having just the shots while we were hanging out there.
Did they have tiger fuckers?
They did not have tiger fuckers, no. But I do have, as another part of this, some tiger fucker lore for you.
Ooh.
So anyway, that was fantastic. Highly recommend everybody checking it out. I had, as I guess the only guy here.
I thought you were having a pizza tasting as well, didn't you?
It was. They said that it was a pizza party. Really, it was one piece of pizza each, which was not enough food, and I paid the fucking price for that. I'll tell you this. So the next day, that was Thursday. Friday, I had my fantasy draft. That was my fantasy football draft with the people I grew up with, which is my big fantasy football draft. We look forward to it all year. I'm the commissioner. We have everything fucking set aside. And I was so unbelievably hungover because I had no food. I did the hop where we were taking Jaegers here, drinking. Then I went straight to this rum tasting where I only had 3 little pieces of pizza. So I didn't actually get drunk, but what brings me to the tiger fucker was that what we do as part of our fantasy, like part of the joke, part of the game, is that if you make a mistake, you have to take a shot of something terrible, and I pick what is terrible. I picked something called Jose Cuervo Devil's Cut, or Devil's Reserve. That is this jalapeno tequila that tastes eerily similar to a tiger fucker.
That sounds great.
Like, I liked it. And where I'm going with this is I was so hungover. If I'm to a certain extent hungover, I can't get drunk again. Like, I'm so hungover, I could drink all night. It's going to poison me, but I don't get drunk. And I'm sitting there at the fucking draft taking all these shots of these tiger fuckers, and everybody else is going out of their minds because this shit is so fucked up. And I'm just still hurting from the
night before.
What's it called?
Flor de Caña.
Flor de Caña. So I did that. I saw the movie Weapons. You familiar with this?
No.
So there's a movie called Weapons. Just came out. It's got Josh Brolin and Julia Gardner.
Is it good?
I thought it was excellent. It's a horror movie. Saw it at Winter Park Village. The main bad person is Shanice Kowalski from Uncle Buck. The actress who played, are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
I know Uncle Buck. Is it the girlfriend or the daughter?
His girlfriend.
Okay.
So Uncle Buck's girlfriend.
Haven't seen her in a while.
With the tires.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen her either. And I was sitting there for 20 minutes in this movie, this horror bad, but she's like, she was 100 years old in Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
She's 150 years old now. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, I know this old bitch from somewhere. Where the fuck do I know her from? And I go, oh my God, it's Shanice Kowalski. Kowalski Tires. So, but I thought it was excellent. It's a good fun. We're about to hit spooky season. Definitely recommend checking out Weapons. Before that, we did Bar Louie. I think we've talked about Bar Louie. It's serviceable, I think, is the best way I could put Bar Louie. Is there anything you could say about Bar Louie?
It was good when it opened,
serviceable?
And then it fucking just took a dive.
Yeah, I think it's just, I'd call it serviceable. I had chicken tenders, and it took them way too long to get me a high noon.
I thought it was upper echelon bar food when we hung out there in the beginning.
I mean, that was pre-COVID. That was a long time
ago. The quality of that just dropped out the fucking bottom, man.
Word. Yeah, and I agree with that assessment. So that was my Bar Louie experience. And then the only other thing is I did crab legs again at King Cajun. Not much to talk about other than King Cajun is fucking awesome. They nailed it. No other human beings in the whole place when we had our lunch. So fantastic. You got a nugget?
Got a couple of ones. So going back to the hop, which was awesome. Despite the rain, it was a pretty good turnout. I think our last stop was at Millenia. And it was, at that point, it was just the Intuitive Muse, Jamie, AJ, and myself.
Thought you were at Imperial as well. Was that?
I'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
And
he's got a plan, bro. This is a wizard.
They had this awesome band playing Hispanic music.
Yeah,
I don't like restaurant live bands because they're cheesy and lame. But this one, holy shit. They were playing classic Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to say.
I love that.
Classic music, but like bangers. So we're doing some Buena Vista Social Club covers, Enanitos Verdes. And I think Amanda knows the name of the main guy. But he was awesome. Apparently he plays there every once in a while.
Yeah, he's a fairly, I'd say once a month.
But he was so excellent. I was drunk enough that I started like moving a little bit.
But it's more than a one-man job, right? It's like two or three of them.
I think this was all an elaborate ploy for Ed to say he was dancing.
It was just a bunch of it just seems like a bunch of dads just getting together and playing music, and it was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
After that, we went to Imperial to check out their cocktail menu. At that point, I couldn't handle any more cocktails, but I did want to check it out anyway. I don't know if this is their inaugural one. I don't know if there's another menu forthcoming, but they had all the classics. So the guy playing
the menu you put on
Luis,
the menu you put on social media was
Luis
very
Alfredo Garcia. Awesome. I'll definitely
Garcia,
chasing him around. Classic stuff. So take some mojitos, take on a dirty martini, whiskey sour, a $25 old fashioned with the higher end bourbon that Twyford does.
Nice.
It's not stuff that I would drink. So what I ordered was just his normal bourbon, just a pour, not shot, neat, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be my go-to from now on.
Yeah.
We were checking out the spot to see where we're going to record live our next episode on September.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put it down because this will play before September 7th. we will be having live at the Imperial recording. We are appearing at noon.
Yep.
We're recording at 1
Yep.
is the word on the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's live music once we're done. There's live music at Imperial at 2 p.m.
Dude,
Okay.
I mean,
It's
we'll
gonna
be
a great
partying.
Sunday.
Come hang out with us. It's going to be a great Sunday. Come hang. Come enjoy. I know it's the first Sunday of American football, but that shit's lame. Come fucking party with us.
says one guy that doesn't miss any games.
Says the commish.
So fantasy football to me is not about it's like a mini stock market. What you're doing is you're buying shit low. You're trying to forecast in the future. It's fun, but I mean, honestly, I'm a Dolphins fan. They're fucking terrible. They're going to be terrible this year. I really don't care. I'm not like you two, Ed and PR, where your fucking European football, every game's the biggest game of the fucking season. Like, I really will only care about like 3 games this whole season. And week 1 is not one of the weeks that I will care that much about.
Okay.
And then one really quick one. Went to New Smyrna yesterday.
Ah, shit. Back to New Smyrna.
I intended to check out a couple of spots. I just ran out of time, but I had a beach picnic, which was awesome. The weather did cooperate. I was expecting some rain, but
he's waiting for you to bring up the
There was a
charcuterie
charcuterie
board.
board.
there it is.
Yeah, so really quickly, I'm trying to follow the rule of 3. So 3 cheeses, 3 meats, and 3 different sweets. So
Yeah.
I did mango with tahini.
Great.
Speck, prosciutto, and a salami with pepper crust.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For cheese, I did an Iberico cheese, which is similar to Manchego, but it's a bit more creamier and silkier compared to the Manchego.
That sounds better than Manchego.
But it still has that like nuttiness to it, and of course, Parmesan, Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmigiano.
So if this is a beach picnic, you're really pulling out all the stops.
No, I mean
for,
that was
for
a
something.
beautiful charcuterie board.
I got to tell you, bro, that I'm completely uneducated in the ways of charcuterie. I am not a fucking nerd like PR is, but I can nerd out on that charcuterie. That charcuterie looked good, bro.
For beverages, I had a South African Sauvignon Blanc.
As you should.
I asked him if it was a good one. He said, yeah. And then I brought a little bit of Eagle Rare, a 12-year-old Eagle Rare.
The 12?
Yeah.
Where'd you fucking find 12?
I have my sources.
Jerk off.
And then there's been some mentions of a mystery woman here and there. So that day, the tide was a little low. So there were a couple of sandbanks here and there. So I kind of nudged her to like kind of meet me there a little, in one of the banks.
Meet you on the banks?
Then I asked her to be my girlfriend.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
And if I remember correctly, she said yes.
I'm sweating a little bit now. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well done. So we're celebrating
Her
a lot
name
of
is
stuff
Sydney.
today.
She's incredibly beautiful.
Oh my God,
a total
he's like
babe.
doing the whole thing right now.
Absolute total
I
babe.
didn't talk about my wife for 50 episodes, by the way.
So yeah, those are my nuggets.
Well done. That's great.
Those
Well
are some
done.
plump, juicy nuggets you got
Congrats.
there, Ed.
Golf clap.
Bring us home, motherfucker.
All right, man.
Uh.
Yeah, thank you for listening. I don't even have nicknames for you guys anymore. I'm so disappointed.
I mean, I just like to party. Just every Wednesday night at Fiddler's Green, come hang out with me, 7 to 9, Orlando Trivia, Nick.
Special thanks, as always, to Ed the Wizard and Super Producer and the Intuitive Muse. Please hit like and subscribe. Leave comments, questions, and requests. Connect with us on social media for adventures throughout the week. That's all I got, man.
See you in the promised land.